Hello, welcome or welcome back to District Instance, and today we're having our lesson 2. If you haven't seen the lesson 1, go to our playlist and check it out. It's called IT Technical B1 Plus. So, lesson 2, Advanced Bug Reporting. What exactly are you going to learn today? How to write detailed, professional bug reports that developers can act on immediately. 10 key vocabulary words for precise bug reporting. Some grammar, passive voice for objective reporting, past simple for production steps, and conditional for impact. And how to structure a bug report from title to expected versus actual result. І ви можете знайти саме цей воркшіт і набагато більше іншого освітнього корисного контенту в нашому телеграм-каналі та інших соціальних мережах, які називаються 10 Instance, а також просканувати ось цей QR-кодик і перейти за посиланнячком в Telegram. So, little video, a few key vocabulary words. Severity. Severity is the level of impact a bug has on system or users. This is a severity 1 issue. It blocks all users from logging in. Reproducibility, how consistently a bug can be reproduced. Reproducibility, always, the bug occurs on every attempt. Workaround, that's a temporary solution that avoids a bug without fixing it. Workaround, clearing the browser cache resolves the issue temporarily. Environment, the system configuration where the bug was found. Environment, Chrome 1 to 4 on macOS 14 staging server. Regression, a bug that reappears after previously being fixed. This appears to be a regression. It was fixed in version 2.3 but is back in version 2.5. Intermittent, that a bug that occurs irregularly, not consistently. Reproducibility, intermittent, occurs approximately 30% of the time. Root cause, the underlying reason why a bug occurs. Root cause, race condition in the payment processing module. Impact, the effect the bug has on users, systems, or business. Impact, all users on mobile are unable to complete checkout. Steps to reproduce, the exact sequence of actions that causes the bug to appear. Steps to reproduce, log in, add item to cart, click checkout. Expected versus actual, what should happen versus what actually happens when the bug occurs. Expected, redirect to payment page, actual, blank screen with 500 error. And a little pro tip, the single biggest mistake in bug reporting is writing it doesn't work. A developer reading that has to reproduce the entire bug from scratch. Instead, write what you actually did, steps, what do you expected to happen and what actually happened. This 3-part structure, steps, expected, actual, is the universal language of QA. And let's go for some grammar, passive, past simple, and conditional on bug reports. So, passive voice for objective bug descriptions. Passive voice removes the personal element and it makes it sound more professional. So, active, I found a bug where users cannot log in. Passive, a defect has been identified. It when users are unable to complete the login process. Yeah? So, we remove the person and make it more professional. The error appeared when I clicked submit. The error was observed upon clicking the submit button. Active. We cannot reproduce it every time. The issue cannot be reliably reproduced. It occurs intermittently, approximately 30% of attempts. And past simple for reproduction steps. Steps to reproduce are written in past simple. What you actually did. Not what you are doing right now, present continuous, not the facts, present simple, but in past simple, what you actually did. So, first, open the application on Chrome 1 to 4, macOS 14. Navigate it to the login page. Entered valid credentials and clicked sign in. Observed a blank page instead of the dashboard. Or you can use imperative as instructions for the developer to follow. Imperative is just basic form of the verb. It can be negative, it can be positive. In positive sentence, you use just basic form of the verb, like for example, open the application on Chrome 124. If you want to make it negative for some reason, you can say don't open the application on Chrome 124. It's always don't, never does it, okay? Never didn't. So here are the examples. You can read and compare them, yeah? Open the application. Actually, also, why exactly do we omit I in this case? Because it is obvious that you opened the application, yeah? Then conditional for impact statements. You can use if to describe the conditions under which the bug occurs, yeah? Basically, it's always going to be first conditional or zero conditional, yeah? If the user attempts checkout without an active session, the application returns to a 500 error. So that's basically zero condition, yeah? Zero conditional. If the input field contains a special character, the validation fails and the form cannot be submitted. That's also zero conditional. If more than 50 requests are sent per second to the API, the service becomes unresponsive. That's also basic zero conditional, yeah? Zero conditional is used when you want to say something that is always true, always a fact, and both parts of the sentence are going to be in present tense, mostly present simple or a bit more rarely present continuous. Okay, even in some cases it could be present perfect. In some cases. Let's read a model bug report and analyze it. Title: Checkout. Payment button becomes unresponsive after applying a discount code on mobile. Severity: P1 critical. Reproducibility: always. Environment: iOS 17.4, Safari 17, staging environment, build version 3.2.1. Description: a critical defect has been identified in the checkout flow. When a discount code is applied on a mobile service, the proceed to payment button becomes non-functional. The issue is not reproducible on desktop. Steps to reproduce. Open the application in Safari on an iPhone 14 running iOS 17.4. Added 2 items to the cart. Navigated to the checkout page. Applied a valid discount code, say 20. Clicked Proceed to Payment. Expected result: the user should be redirected to the payment provider page. Actual result: the button registers no response, no network request is initiated. Impact: all mobile users applying discount codes are blocked from completing purchase. This directly impacts revenue. Workaround: users can apply checkout without applying a discount code. Suspected root cause: JavaScript event listener may be overwritten when the discount code component re-renders on mobile. So here are some things that we can notice. Has been identified, is not reproducible, are blocked. Those are all passive structures for objective reporting. Opened, added, navigated, applied, clicked. Past simple to reproduce, to describe reproduction of steps. May be overwritten. May. Modal plus passive for suspected, not confirmed. Root cause. May be overwritten. And title is quite precise. It includes feature area, specific behavior, and platform. And here are some common mistakes that we need to watch out for. Title: it doesn't work. You need to be more specific and precise. Title, module, specific behavior on specific platform condition. Steps: I clicked the button and it broke. What exactly is the button? How exactly did it break? So you need to put the exact steps for reproduction. Numbered, sequential steps with exact actions and data used. The bug is intermittent sometimes. The bug occurs intermittently, approximately 3 out of 10 attempts. Quantify when it is possible and avoid redundancy. Intermittent already means sometimes. You do not need to use and intermittent and sometimes. Expected: it should work. Actual: it doesn't. Expected: redirect payment page. Actual: 500 error displayed. Expected and actual results must describe specific observable system behavior. Root cause: the bug. Suspected root cause: raise condition in next module. Root cause is technical analysis, not a restatement of the bug. Yeah? And let's go for a quick check. Pause here and aim to improve each element of this bad bug report, and then we are going to check it together. I'm giving you 20 seconds to do this, starting now. Okay? Well, I suspect you are ready, so let's go. The title, search is broken. It would be better to be a bit more specific. Search application crashes when search query contains special characters. For example, yeah, that's not the only correct possible answer. Steps, I searched for something and it crashed. You need to be more specific and precise. 1. Open search. 2. Type. 3. Press. 4. Application crashed. Number 3. Expected it should work. Again, be more specific. Expected search results displayed matching the query. Actual, it didn't work. Actual, application throws an unhandled exception and crashes, for example. Severity, left blank. B1, critical, application crash, all users affected. And in here we have a speaking challenge for you and a little question. So write a bug report, create a bug report. You don't really need to write it down. You can actually just say it out loud, yeah? So choose one or maybe all sections, yeah? Choose all 3 scenarios, whatever you feel like. So scenario A, the profile photo upload fails silently. No error is shown, but the image is never saved. Scenario B, the password reset email is never received when the email address contains a plus character. Scenario C, the dashboard takes 45 plus seconds to load for users with more than 500 records. And you need to use passive voice in descriptions, past simple in the steps, and a conditional in the impact statement. And the question for you to write in the comments, what is the worst bug report you have ever received or written? What exactly was missing? And how would you write it now using today's vocabulary? So yeah, that is it for today. Write these things in comments. And when it comes to workbook, I am not showing you any tasks in here where you can find it correct in our Telegram channel, the 13th tense, right? Well, I'm really happy that you joined our lesson today. Thank you so much for coming here, and I suppose I hope to see you all next time. Stay safe. Bye bye.